third grade friends, it's Mrs. Brown, and I'm back with another book. Today, I have a fiction story for you called Alexandra Swift Super Sis. This story is about a girl, Alexandra, but everyone calls her Allie. And Allie is a very fun-loving, active girl, and she has a brother named McKinnon, but they call him Mac, and he sometimes is a lot to deal with. And it looks like in this picture today, he's pretending to be a superhero. That happens a lot at my house. Let's take a look at the preview, see what it tells us. Brother problems. It's not easy being Superman's big sister. Allie will figure it out. Or maybe she'll just die from embarrassment. Oh no, I don't think Allie's very happy that Mac is pretending to be Superman. Let's take a look at the book. Oh goodness, there's Allie and Mac having breakfast. Mac looks really into superheroes. He's got Superman's cape. He's got the S taped on his shirt. He has even eaten his toast into the shape of an S. And he's jumping on the furniture, pretending he can fly like Superman. That, my friends, is dangerous, and I have to tell my children that a lot. In fact, he's acting so crazy, Allie doesn't look very happy, and he scared the cat. They're even headed to school because Allie's got her backpack on. And there's Mac, still pretending to be Superman, flying to school. And it doesn't seem like Mac really cares, but our preview said Allie might be embarrassed. Oh, check it out. There's Marvin Kroll. He's an older kid at school, and he's always in trouble. What do you think he might be doing with Mac? He's got a hold of his Superman shirt, and he's got a look on his face. Ooh. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think Allie's going to do? Let's go back and read Alexandra Swift, Super Sis, and see what happens to Allie and her brother Mac. Super kid. My brother is Superman. Well, this week he is. My mom says, "Very authentic, McKinnon. You look like the real thing." But she doesn't have to walk him to school. The cape isn't too bad, and I have nothing against the red sneakers, but then he adds bright red underpants over his sweats. I love my little brother. I just don't want to be seen with him. "You aren't wearing that to school, are you?" I ask. "Somebody's got to protect Mrs. Jones from the bad guys," he told me. "If you take that off, I'll let you wear my googly-eyed glasses with the mustache," I said. But he was already leaping tall sofas in a single bound. "Well, I think you look ridiculous," I shouted after him. But Mac doesn't care what other people think. That must be nice. He flew off to school, and I had to chase after him, forgetting my lunch as a result. I knew people were staring at us as he stomped on ant criminals and leaped off curbs, but I looked straight ahead and pretended not to notice. As soon as I saw a bunch of kids in my class near the buses, I stopped and let Mac go the rest of the way alone. Then, from up near the door, I heard, "Hey, dork baby, what are you wearing, diapers?" It was Marvin Kroll. Marvin's only a third grader, a year older than Mac, but he's famous in our school. He's always in the principal's office. If you ask me, he spends his time there thinking up more ways to get in trouble. Mac yelled, "Kapow!" and threw a Superman punch to the air as he passed Marvin. Then he swooped inside the building. I probably should have walked him to the door. On the other hand, how else was he going to learn? "Hey, Allie, isn't that wacky little kid your brother?" Seth Johnson asked. Seth was the coolest boy in my class. What kid?" I answered. Super mess. The next day, Superman flew out the front door faster than a speeding bullet and yelled out stuff like, "Kerblooey! Take that, bad guy!" Then he laughed and danced around. Being a superhero makes you really happy, I guess. Chasing a superhero makes you forget your math homework. At school, Mac raced around and around the playground, his arms pointed straight out in front of him. I stood there pretending not to notice, which was hard since some of my classmates were snickering and pointing. He seemed to be having a real good time. Suddenly, I heard a big oof, and the next thing I knew, Mac was sprawled face first in the dirt. I didn't know exactly how he fell, but Marvin Kroll was standing over him. "Hey, watch it, super baby, you ran into me," he sneered. Oh no, poor Mac. "What happened?" someone asked. Seth shrugged. "Kroll tripped that little kid. You know, Superman," he said. Another kid laughed. "What a weirdo." Everyone nodded, and then they started talking about something else. Mac didn't get up right away. He sat up and adjusted his glasses. I didn't think he was hurt. He was Superman, right? I don't know, guys. Even superheroes have feelings. But I was no superhero. It was my teacher, Mr. Howell, not me, who yelled at Marvin and then helped Mac up and walked him to the school. Teachers are always there to help, guys. Super sis. I hoped that maybe Mac had learned something about kids in school, but the next day it was still Superman who came down for breakfast. So I said, "How about being Clark Kent instead today? Superman is Clark Kent when he's dressed like everyone else." He wrinkled his nose in disgust. "Clark Kent wears a tie," he said. "But Mac," I reasoned, "don't you want to play with your friends?" "Superman has lots of friends," he said. "They fly around and save people. You just can't see them." Then he added, "We'll save you if you ever need us." I felt like such a rat. I had just stood there while the other kids laughed, too embarrassed to help my brother. Not so super. I think Allie's feeling bad for not protecting her little brother. Mac practiced his X-ray vision while I threw thunderbolts with my awesome Wonder Woman bracelets. It was pretty funny to see the surprised look on all my friends' faces. Seth Johnson was smiling, in a good way. And all I had to do was stare hard at Marvin to make him behave. I'm a head taller than he is, after all. Look, Allie dressed up too. If you leave out the forgotten lunches and the forgotten homework, Mac and I had a pretty super day. Check it out. Mac's happy and Allie's happy. It's just too bad I also forgot that it was the day for class pictures. That'll be a year everyone will remember Allie for sure. All right, third grade. Here is your challenge for today. In this book, Allie learns that it's more important to stand up for her brother than it is to try and act cool in front of people. This kind of reminds me of the stories that Mrs. Hepperly would tell us when she came in for cell class. So I want you to tell me, what would you do if you were Allie and your little sibling was doing something that was embarrassing? Would you turn away and pretend you didn't know them, or would you help them out if they needed it? All right, send me an email, and I will see you next week. Miss you. Bye.